what's up, dude?
What up, dude?
So where on earth are we gonna fit all this stuff?
Right here.
Nice.
How are you?
Good, man. How are you? All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I did not film anything this morning other than some B-roll stuff, but I am in Sacramento, California with my friend Sutton Morris, and he picks me up in an old ratty 911. Well, what year is this?
77.
77 911.
So this is my buddy Manuel's car. This has been a goal of his for a couple of years to get this back on the road. It hasn't hit the streets since 1995. He was brought home from the hospital in this car, and it was put away.
It was his dad's car, right?
His dad's car, and it was put away and forgotten about. So this is the second trip out on the roadway
Since 95?
since 95. The first trip was to my house last night, and so now it's here.
So we're kind of in a shakedown phase.
Yeah, we're shaking it down. We may or may not make it,
Yeah.
but
I love it. I would seriously not expect any less.
if we don't make it, it's great content. If we do make it,
It's good content.
it's good content. So, there you go. Windscreen is noisy.
Yeah. Well, all the luggage fit. We got the podcast gear and a big enough suitcase in the back of a 77 911. So what I haven't done is told you guys like that I was even coming out here, but I'm here. We're going to be doing some fun car stuff for the week out here at Sutton's. You guys may remember he's got a shop in Walnut Grove. About 2 years ago now, Corey and I came through on the Rotiform Always Broke trip when we were driving the VR6 Cabrio all over the country, and we did our first Ludwig's Garage Rotiform meet at Sutton's shop, and then we bailed out, and then my girlfriend and I came back about last fall. Well, it's been over a year now. It's about a year ago, and hung out for a week and just kind of spitballed some cool car ideas. And then I shipped my U24 6 Series out to his place, kind of on a whim, because we had a bunch of these like crazy car ideas, and
That we never accomplished.
yeah, we didn't get to it. But the car's out here in sunny California, not sitting in my yard, so it's still out here. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about that. It's probably pretty loud in here. Every window seal leaks in this car.
Yeah.
This is amazing though. So it wasn't until I was on the plane that he texted me and said, Ratty 911 or 64 190, Fintail Mercedes. And I just said Ratty 911. It'd make for better fun content for all the stuff I'm bringing with me if we could even make it fit. So he shows up in this thing, and I had no idea that this car went out on its first drive in almost 30 years, 28 years? 28 years last night. And now we're driving down the motorway in it on its second drive in 28 years.
Got a little oil burn off.
You can smell it. You can smell that this thing has not been driven in quite a while. So we are currently headed right from the airport to a shop where we are picking up a car that we're going to be doing some work on this week. And I'll fill you guys in on why I'm out here and what we're going to be doing while I'm out here. But stop number 2 is food. I was up at 5 a.m. this morning. It's currently noon Pacific Standard Time, almost 1, so it's basically 4 p.m. my time. So we're gonna get food. Might try to twist his arm into finding an In-N-Out, possibly.
He's gonna kill me otherwise.
Food for sure. In-N-Out would be a good close second. All right, guys, we made a quick stop right from the airport to pick up the car that I'm gonna be working on this week. It's not my car. It's not some unveil of some new project. You already know what my first stop in California is, every single time. All right, guys, we are here at Morris Motors in Walnut Grove, California. All right, dude, you know that this is my dream car.
Really?
A manual hardtop Pagoda, or Pagoda with a hardtop.
Really?
In this condition.
Still $90,000.
I know, I was about to ask, what would take it? Why are they 90 grand now?
I don't know. He won't sell this one.
Oh.
We can get one cheaper.
This is like a manual Pagoda with a hardtop is like the dream Mercedes because the Gullwing's like
$1 million.
unobtainium. That right there is it. Every single time I come out here to Sutton's shop, I fall in love with a car, and this manual Pagoda is no exception. It's honestly my dream car, one of my top dream cars. In this condition, just super rough, barn find, manual with the hardtop. One color. This is it. This is dream Mercedes status right here. I will own one day. They're just so cool. Even the back seat is the little transverse jump seat. Only a one-seater in the back. Man, what a beautiful car. This is a Euro W123 coupe. This thing is incredible as well. The W123 is one of my least favorite platforms, but I love the wagons and I really love the coupes. But the Euro models and the coupe sedans and the estates are beautiful because the American bumpers are just massive. Diving board, they stick way out off the car. So the Euro spec cars with the thin little chrome bumpers, the full one-piece glass headlights, and this Euro valence that this one has just really changed the whole outlook of the car. And it's a 5-speed manual. I mean, look at how good a shape it's in. The dash, the seats. All right, guys, here she is. My 1981 E24 635 CSI Euro market car. If you've been on the channel a while, you remember this car. I acquired this a couple years ago from a friend of mine in New Hampshire whose father had died, and the car had sat for 20 so years. And it's a dogleg gearbox, M90 powered 635 CSI. Euro bumpers. It's pretty rotted, pretty rusty. The plan was to make an outlaw car out of it and put it back on the road, but I acquired another car out here at Sutton's. I know, project after project. These are all back burner projects. But Sutton had a car out here that we wanted to put the drivetrain in. And if you're on the Patreon, you guys know what that was. It was my first post on the Patreon. While I'm out here, I may go into detail about this project and what our plans are. It's not another project that I'm biting off on my own. As you guys already know, I've got plenty of those. This is a project that Sutton and I were going to take on together, and it's something that we've wanted to do for years. Since Sutton and I became friends, we've wanted to take on a really cool European automotive project together, notably a BMW. And when I acquired this car and realized that the strut towers and just the body itself was a little too tender on this car to put it back on the road, we had a perfect idea to put this drivetrain in something else that'll live on. So this is the M90, the Big Six. This is basically a single overhead cam version of the M88 M motor without individual throttle bodies, with the 2655, if I remember correctly, dogleg gearbox with an LSD limited slip rear end. So this is a coveted drivetrain that we're gonna put in another car, hopefully in the future. I'd hope in the next couple of years. But I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about that in an upcoming episode while I'm out here. Another part of this whole trip out here was going to be part one of a part two trip And that part 2 was going to be driving a 1967 W108 Mercedes cross country with Sutton and my friend Kyron. We're putting that trip on hold right now just because there's a lot going on out here. But this is the 108 we were going to drive cross country. It's a 67 with Euro Tombstone headlights. The Euro lights, I think, are the best headlights they made. But it's a 4-speed manual car with a sunroof. Rust free. It's got some questionable paint, but the interior is in decent shape. The coolest part about the whole car is that it's a manual, a 4-shift manual. So that would have been a really fun trip, but unfortunately the car needs a little more than we'd really like it to need to drive it cross country. Oh boy. All right. Hold on. Let me get this. Oh. Okay, so I am sitting on
That.
nothing. All right, so we are currently in an R107
Yes.
that started life as a 450 SL, which is a 4.5 V8. But your dad just told me it's a 5-liter
Yeah.
Euro motor.
About 10 years ago, I had an AMG 500 SEC, and the motor and tranny came out of that
Into this.
into this. It's got a limited slip.
And big brakes.
Yeah.
And your dad said something about it having like a diesel pump on it or something. So it's
Yeah.
got a rowdy first gear.
So now it has a diesel valve body, and it takes off in first gear.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, is it out of gas?
What we have is a throttle problem.
Oh, it took. Oh, you weren't gassing it.
You know?
Oh boy. Yeah, and I'm not even in a seat. Should I get out?
You'll be all right. We're gonna move slow.
Oh no. I thought you were doing a burnout.
I was, but then it just kept going.
Oh no. And we're on the bridge with no road ahead of us.
Yeah, we're just gonna move nice and slow.
Oh no. Literally, this is what I'm looking at right now.
We're gonna be fine.
I hope we're gonna be okay.
What we call it is not safe.
Oh my gosh.
So I built this car in trade of a H1 Hummer like 10 years ago.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you still have the Hummer?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I haven't driven it probably. Well, last time I drove it, I had a MySpace page. So, I don't know. Do the math. 15 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen the car in 15 years.
Wow. As you can see, there's a ton of wild stuff here at Sutton's shop. We've got his personal E30 M3 that is on air suspension, but is a full restoration car. Interior, exterior, engine, RSs, big lift RSs. There's another E30 M3 in here. I can't remember whose this is. This might just be a customer's. Incredible car nonetheless. Pretty big project. Then my favorite of them all, I think my favorite out of all the cars here is the 124 500E. This car here has been another one of my all-time bucket list Mercedes. All right, guys, well, that's day one done here at Morris Motors. First day in California. It is truly sensory overload here if you're into European cars. I mean, it's almost mind-boggling. And a lot of them are Suttons. Maybe not a lot of them, but the important ones are Suttons. The E34 M5, the E28 M5, 500E Mercedes, one of the E30 M3s. All right, guys, so it's the next morning, and I didn't film a closeout of this episode. So this is it. That was day one of flying over on this trip to Sacramento, California. to hang out with Sutton for a week. So make sure to tune in the next episode. Going to give you guys a little bit more as to like why I'm actually out here rather than just the things I'm seeing while I'm out here. Going to have a pretty cool project on deck for this upcoming week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Sutton for having me out here. Looking forward to the next week. We'll see you guys in the next episode.